I just realised I didn't move my microphone into position. Let me start again. Good afternoon, everybody. I just realised I didn't move my mic. Yep. A bit of a rush there. So, yes, where was I? Minecraft, Happy Ghasts, etc. Right, yes, good day. How are you doing, everybody? I found out literally today that these things were possible. A Happy Ghast. And I thought, well, how do you get a Happy Ghast? And it turns out, if you have the proper infrastructure, it's actually quite easy. I mean, the emphasis on proper infrastructure. This is a long-term base I've had for a while, so I will show you what for me was the easy way to get a Happy Ghast. And they are sort of cute, aren't they? Hello. Yep. So, let's get on with it. First of all, I need to dump a bunch of stuff in my miscellaneous storage. Nope, wrong level. I went too far. Yeah, need to go back up. Yeah, this is a furnace array. A hugely overly complicated one that nobody in their right mind would ever build. Let me just dump my spare bits into here. Don't need those just yet. Right, don't think I need those. So, first thing you need is, what do they call it? A dried ghast? Okay. I need a dried ghast. Now, you can make dried ghast, as I understand it, from, was it soul soil? No, soul sand and ghast tears. Or you could find them in the nether, apparently near fossils. Or, and here's my method of doing it, if you happen to have a piglin trading center, you can do it that way. So what I'm doing here is heading for my piglin trading center, which is over here, and that's actually my gold farm. So if you have a gold farm and a piglin trading center, getting your dehydrated ghast is relatively easy. Now, fortunately, I've already made these into gold bars, so that makes my life a lot easier. I haven't been here in a while, so I will just drop that off and let the trading begin. This is basically a timing based system. Once every 4 seconds they get dropped a gold bar. They trade, they drop, rinse and repeat until you get what you want. The irritating ticking noise is this, which I have obviously assembled incorrectly because it should be silent, but never mind, nobody's perfect. So, if I'm very lucky, let's see, nope. I cannot remember which of these is empty-ish. This is where my miscellaneous stuff comes. So we just need to wait now. As I said, the issue is, yeah, a proper infrastructure, and I built this stuff over. Oh grief! How long have I had this server? Quite some considerable time. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, gold is not something that I am lacking. It even has an overflow system to dump anything that doesn't get stored into a furnace. No, actually, I don't think it goes into a furnace. I think there's a pool of lava under there. And this needs a chest on it. Do I have a chest anywhere? I don't. Never mind, I can worry about that later. And I think there's something like a... Is it a 2% chance per trade you'll get a dried ghast? Are they dried ghast or dehydrated? The thing is so new. Yeah, there's one. Well, that was easy. So, there's your dried ghast. And how much gold did that cost me? It doesn't actually really matter. It was relatively quick. And the only downside is if I leave this before they finish trading, I think the gold just passes straight through the system. Yep. Not too worried about that. The way this kind of works is there's a hopper timer. It's not the best way of doing it, but basically an item gets passed between these hoppers and it takes more or less 4 seconds to do it. And so every 4 seconds a signal is delivered to each one of these. Is that a dropper or a dispenser? I can't remember. And it's a dropper. And so every 4 seconds each one of these gets a gold bar and then they drop whatever they drop. The other thing I am going to need is string. In fact, I'll take all the string with me. This also comes from them. I'm going to need some leather. Do I have glass anywhere? I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, that's full, that's full. This should be switching over to here. I hope this is all working. This essentially is these 3 chests here are sort of everything else that it wasn't sortable until the advent of the dehydrated ghast heads. Yeah, you can see I've got crying obsidian there, regular obsidian, yeah, spectral arrows. Spider string, although I suppose technically that would be... I don't know, where do piglins get spider string from? Well, just string, I suppose. I'm just going to wait for them to finish because I don't really want to have to come back and tidy up after them. And it will give us some idea of the how much gold you need to spend in order to get a dehydrated ghast, assuming this is... Why do I get the feeling something is not quite working the way it should? Should be. Ah! There's 2 more. Oh, of course it has to fill these. Does it have to fill these up? That explains it. Alright, so we got 3 so far. I shall have to add an extra element into here at some point, depending on how many Happy Ghasts I want. But to be honest with you, I'm not likely to use them that often. For how much more trading have you guys got to do? 16. So that's, call that what, 4 dehydrated ghasts for 4 times 48 bars of gold. And now it should be transferring over to here, I suppose. I don't know if that's a worthwhile rate of exchange, but honestly, if you got a gold farm, gold becomes cheap. If you're going into the Nether to do this, obviously, then yeah. But based on my current yield, I'm going to have to say 1 dehydrated ghast for a stack of gold bars. That seems about right. That seems to be based on what I'm seeing so far. Whether you think it's worthwhile is entirely up to you. I need to fix this. What have I done? Never mind, I'm not going to start trying to fix them now. I can build those things silent, and I thought this one was silent, but apparently not. Is it soul sand or soul soil that you need if you're going to craft them? I think it's soul sand, isn't it? So yeah, if you have a piglin trading center, getting yourself soul sand is not difficult. I'm going to need some glass, and I'm not sure if I have glass hanging around. Let me just turn down the yeah, let's turn that down a bit. Are you lot done yet? Yes, you are. Yep. Okay, so unless there's something else in here, at a rough estimation, you're getting I got 4 dried ghasts in exchange for 4 stacks of gold bars. Now, do I have any emeralds somewhere? Just so that I can get glass. Hello. Why have I got you lot trapped in here? I don't know. In case anybody wondering, the shaders that I'm using here are complementary unbound. Did I stick any emeralds in here? I did. Great. That makes my life a lot easier. And which of you has... Yeah, you got glass. That'll do. Do I need any more glass? Eh. Might as well fix my elytra while I'm at it. Do you have glass? You do. Right. Glad I remembered to leave emeralds here. What else do I need? Wool. Wool I can make. Oh, I'm going to need a leash, aren't I? And that's how you make your harness. And I know it's just a boring white one, but I'm not trying to be fancy. Right, what else do I need while I'm up here? Oh, and in case you're wondering why the mobs look a little different, it's because I'm using the Fresh Animations resource pack. Makes a huge difference to the game. Okay, what else do I need? I'm going to need snowballs. And I have snowballs stashed away somewhere. Or I can make some. Well, not exactly make some. Yes. Yeah, the latest death label up there is from the mini-map. And I can't remember when that was. So, what do I need? I thought there was something moving in there. Hang on, where was I? Okay, I need glass. I need... Well, technically I suppose I should make a leash, but I find leashing the things has been a bit awkward. That's a cobblestone farm, I think. Yes. Is it? Yeah, that's a cobblestone farm. I thought I made it. No, that was a different game. Right, where am I headed next? Oh, snowballs. I do need snowballs, don't I? Yep. I've got to try and remember where everything is. The original layout for this thing seems a little extensive, and that's because originally I ran this on a rather slow computer, but I wanted to maintain 60 frames a second, so I spread out everything as much as I could. Ah, here we go, snowballs. If anyone's really interested, I'll show you how I make my snowballs. Let's grab some snow blocks. Is that everything I need? I think so. Right, let's go all the way to the top. Yeah, there's a slime chunk over there. Whee! I don't have anything set up specifically for doing these, but this ought to do. This is my fishing spot, and I can't remember off the top of my head why I decided I needed a fishing pool. Yeah, there he goes. They don't spit fireballs or anything. So, there we go. Then you rehydrate your dried ghast. And while that's doing this, that's my gunpowder farm we're going past right now. Cat-powered gunpowder farm. Iron farm somewhere down here. Kelp farm. Yeah. The usual. Do I have coal blocks in there? I don't. This is actually from the very, very earliest days of the base. See, what do I want to do? I don't need the glass. Don't need the wool. Don't need the leather. Why have I got a single snowball? And I'll dump that in there as well. Yeah, this feeds into that system you saw at the very bottom. What you can't see is that under here I've got a whole network of blue ice paths and water flow to basically stuff I dump in here gets transferred and sorted and stored and that kind of thing. Oh, yes, I was going to show how I make snowballs. This is a desert biome, which means I can't just have a snow golem hanging around. However, what I can do is, if I remember how to do this properly, yeah, and then in here I have a splash potion of fire resistance, and I have a carved pumpkin in here, and I will switch on the pickup system, get my shovel. So what this will do is obviously eject a carved pumpkin. That'll make the snow golem. This will eject a fire resistance potion, which will allow it to survive in the desert for a bit longer, hopefully. There we go. And then we just stand here. Oops. How do you make snowballs? Have I forgotten how to make snowballs? Do you know, I've now forgotten how to make snowballs. I thought you made snowballs by... Did they change that? I thought it was like this. Apparently not so. I could have sworn that's how you made snowballs. It's not something like a pickaxe, is it? No, it's not that. Oh well. So it's been a while since I did this, but this is my source of snowballs. Can you make snowballs out of that? No, I can make snow blocks. No, I can't. Somebody remind me how you make snowballs in Minecraft from a snow golem. Oh well. That stuff always comes in handy, I suppose. Yeah, there's a rail system under here that's feeding this lot in. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'll figure out what has gone wrong. Could have sworn. Eventually this will sort of melt and vanish because it's in a desert. I am a little perturbed that I can't remember how to use this thing to make snowballs. Oh well. No one's perfect. So, do I have everything? Yes, I do. Takes about 20 minutes, I think, to hatch out your... What do they call them? Baby ghasts? Ghaslings. They're called ghaslings, aren't they? I don't know if actually feeding them... No, don't think that helps. I know it helps the adults. I'm not sure if feeding them snowballs... You're supposed to, when they hatch, feed them snowballs and they do things. I ought to get some more snowballs. I don't know how many snowballs it takes. In case you're wondering at the frame rate, no, I've locked it to 60 for the purposes of streaming. I just went the wrong way, didn't I? This is my... Yeah, this is my rubbish. This is where everything sort of surplus to requirements gets dumped. I don't remember that. But basically, straight ahead of me, and to the left and to the right is my main storage, and then I can expand on it as and when necessary. Which way were the snowballs? Yes, here we go. I wish I could remember how to make snowballs. I am seriously perturbed that I don't remember how to make snowballs. Yeah. So where did... no. Now I'm actually kind of wondering, where on earth did the snow things that I was generating, I can't remember what they're called now, those little snow tiles, where did they go? They should have... should have gone in here, shouldn't they? I need to check my filters. Oh, that's for a block of emeralds. Oh, apparently at some point I dropped a block of emeralds in here and I need to clear things out. Why did I drop a... why did I put a block of emerald in there? Okay, so that means then... what was I doing? Was I blocking them off? It's entirely possible that I simply blocked them off because I didn't want to use them yet. In which case... I'm just... now I'm sort of curious to know where everything went. So, did you come in here? Oh, yeah, okay. It did produce snowballs. So, yes. Why on earth did my snowballs come here? Oh no, that's... no, oh no, these came from the stuff I dumped off, isn't it? Yes, of course it is. So that's why these are in here. But these should have gone to... how very strange. Okay. I am going to have to check where I'm putting stuff now. I am perturbed. Oh, there's snow. I produced a lot more snow than that, didn't I? There's nothing worse than trying to demonstrate something and you suddenly realize it's not working as you expected. Oh well. It's not important at this point. I'll simply have to make a mental note to come back and check. Right, let's go and see if our little ghast has... I don't think it has. I think it takes about 20 minutes. Yep. Oh, I remember why I built this. I needed pufferfish, I think. Yeah. Oh, and there's... yeah, there's the last one. At least they don't wander off quite as readily as horses. I swear there's probably a horse or two that managed to escape and is wandering around the landscape up here. Hello. Been a lot of changes since I last spent significant time here. I mean, flowers on the top of the cactus, that's kind of nice. they're attracted if you hold out a snowball. I don't know how to get on the things. Oh, I can't with this. I need an empty hand, don't I? It's a shame they can't fire fireballs. That would be nice. If I'm going to make these on a regular basis, I'll probably need to put a retractable roof in here or something. This one, when it hatched, just came straight out the top. It's not quite tall enough. Yes, I do have rather a large number of beacons. Like I said, this base has been around a while, and I've got a sort of arena over there that's in a permanent state of construction. Although I do actually have a captive warden in there. Let's see if I can fly over without dying. Yeah. This place is definitely not safe at night. Come here. I mean, it's really not safe at night. Let's while we're waiting for yeah, this is my arena. And in fact, I'm not going to unveil him, but yeah, I've got a warden 32 blocks below, and each of these alcoves incidentally contains a skeleton, armed and armored. They have flame bows and they have diamond armor. In fact, you might be able to just see the top. Nope. Actually, that assumes that they're still there. I cannot remember which button is used to pop them up. I think it's this one. I hope it is, otherwise this is... Yep, should be. Yes, you can start seeing them now. This is not an area you want to be idly wandering around in, I can tell you. Yep, yeah, you can see. Ouch. Yeah, they hurt. So I just thought it was interesting to try and put them in. And I can't remember what kind of protection they've got on the armor. It is moderately significant. Alright, let's get out of here before I get shot at. Yeah, it's a simple toggle, and they pop up and pop down. Straightforward enough. That's sort of the armed encampment. Well, it's not really an armed encampment. It's just a regular villager type village. I decided to put a wall around it. And the only reason I'm showing you any of this, to be honest, at the moment is I'm just waiting for the ghast to rehydrate. Whoa, what was that? Oh! A zombie in leather armor riding a spider. Is that a thing now? No. It's been so long. Oh. Ow. Right. Have you rehydrated yet? You have not. Apparently it makes rehydration noises, but I'm not quite sure what they sound like. Yeah, if this is something I end up doing regularly, I'll have to put a retractable ceiling on. I'll have to make some changes, or make them a special rehydration chamber. Probably do a special rehydration chamber at some point. This was just the easiest place for me to rehydrate you, wasn't it? Because everything else I've got, all my other pools are underground. I wonder what happens if you spawn one of these underground. Can you imagine the fun trying to get them up? I wonder if I assume that they will fit inside a minecart. Come on, little thing. Nobody's watching at the moment, but they'll get bored if you don't do something interesting. Oh, that should make this area slightly safer. With spectral arrows so easy to come by, that's all I use these days. I haven't done a full investigation of everything that's changed, but hang on, what are you doing? Shouldn't you be dying? It is slightly disturbing, to be honest, to see a ghast happily floating around like that. I'm not used to that. In my mind, you see ghast and the first thing you think is, oops, is it going to fireball me? But nope. And it's a great shame you can't use them to throw fireballs. That would be kind of interesting. Oh, no. Oh well. Shaders do make this huge difference. I haven't got set this to ultra. The current shader settings are just default, in case anyone's wondering. Ah, there we go. We have a cute little happy ghastling. And so, apparently, if I just toss... Are you going to come this way? I don't want you... Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Come here. For some reason, I didn't mean to throw snowballs at you. Oh, there we go. And there is a happy ghast. And up we go. One happy ghast. Actually, I just realised if I hit F5, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. I just realised my macros in OBS are set up, and I think F5 actually... I can't remember. It shouldn't stop the stream. Let's see. Nope. There we go. So there we go. And let's climb. To be honest with you, they are kind of cool. Yeah, that is kind of cool. They are not the fastest things in the world, it has to be said. To go down, you simply look down and go down. Not sure what their top speed is, but I'm not even sure of the real practicality of the things, but it is, to be honest with you, it brings a smile to my face that you can actually ride a ghast. So anyway, there you go. That's the easy way. Ooh, can I shoot you from here? I can. I haven't tried that. It seemed logical that I should be able to shoot mobs from up here. Oh. Now let's see. If I can we find a mob to shoot at? Can I accidentally shoot my own ghast? I don't want to shoot at a sheep. I don't want... No. All these blocks, by the way, that you see lying around, that is the result, and all the gaps in the ground, that's the result of years of Enderman. I really wished Enderman wouldn't do that. Yeah, this is Enderman putting stuff down in random places. It is, yeah, kind of irritating. Is this as high as I can get? Oh no, I can go up. Hello. Okay, I'm sure there's some use you can put these things to, but for right now it just puts a smile on my face. It's just hilarious. That's my son's stable. Hello, chickens. Yeah, the fast animations, if you actually take a close look, you can see that they add little movements to the things. It makes a huge difference. Oh, we've got drifting leaves now. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so I strongly, if you want something to add to the look of the game without changing it dramatically, just fast animations and the extensions are well worth having. And of course, yeah, I do like these shaders. Well, anyway, that's all I really was going to show you. Fairly easy. If you've got the necessary infrastructure, you can get your own Happy Ghast without too many problems. And they don't wander very far. They sort of have a home function to where they... I think the home function is one of the ways it's... Where? Whoa, that was weird. What did you do there? Ooh, I just had a thought. Well, I've got a cactus farm. Do these flowers shouldn't show up in the cactus farm. Should they? Okay, now I sort of need to check. Excuse me a second. I need you to go a bit lower so I don't kill myself when I fall off. Alright. There we go. Thank you. Sorry, one last thing to check before I let everybody go. I need to check my cactus farm. I don't think that should be a problem, but now that I've seen it and thought about it, I ought to have a quick check. Missed. Missed. Yeah, this is the slowest furnace array in the world. And believe it or not, that's deliberate. Where's my cactus farm? Cactus farm is over here. Well, it's not really a cactus farm, it's an XP farm. And oh, that's interesting. How come that's happened? Did they change the dynamics of cactus growth? Because as far as I know, I don't think I've ever seen that before. They should, or did they just get unlucky and drop on a fence post at exactly the wrong time? Ooh. That's a slightly disconcerting thing. Sorry, excuse me a second. I just need to check this. Why am I holding on to that? It's not like I really need it. Yeah, this all feeds into an XP farm. Or at least it was an XP farm, unless they've changed the functionality. Ow. I don't really need that right now. But why do I get the feel? Oh, excuse me a second. I would normally expect to see cactus dropping into here, and I'm not seeing it. That is disturbing. Yeah, this is the bamboo farm that feeds these two furnaces, and the whole purpose is in principle, when the furnace cooks cactus, it generates XP, and then you can collect it and fix your items. But this is... oh, okay. Something fell. It should be feeding into here. Is it not? Why do I get the feeling something is... yeah, okay, that definitely went in. And it should come through here, and I should see this light up. I'm gonna guess this is something I need to fix. That is slightly worrying, because that thing is profoundly useful. Huh. I couldn't remember how high I let these grow. Yeah, you let them grow another block, then they automatically cut off the top block because it comes in proximity with the post, drops down, and I have a feeling... yeah. See? That goes through. That should be fed straight through into here, and it isn't. Well, what changed? This has been working for across multiple versions. Okay, that's a little bothersome, I will grant you. Because all this feeds into the same system. Ah, okay. Alright, it's still working. It just took a time. Yeah, so the way this is supposed to work is you switch that off. And then it fixes you. Do I have a buffer system in place? It's entirely possible I do, you know. That just simply waits until... Ah, do you know what I bet I do? I don't store the die. Okay, that's still working. That's a bit of a relief. Anyway, sorry about that. Minor digression. So that's the quick and easy way to get a Happy Ghast, and then to grow it, and then to ride it. And now I have to go and try and figure out why it seems some of my storage system is broken. I am going to leave you all to it. I hope you found this mildly amusing. We'll see you all next time. If you... I normally stream 9 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time during the week. I stream the Long Dark. That seems to be what everybody wants me to do at the moment, so that's what I do. And then at the weekends I do whatever. Although this morning we were streaming Wintermute. I shall leave you all to your weekend.